Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Average Woman Podcast. I am that lady, Miss Nicole, coming at you today, talking to you about something that is just near and dear to my spirit. So today what we're going to do is have an in-depth breakdown of the Proverbs 31 woman. So what I'm going to be doing is covering Proverbs 31 verses 11 through 31. And we're going to break this up. And we're going to take each script because a lot of us want to be, our goal and our heart's desire is to be the Proverbs 31 woman. But how do we get that? We don't know what it takes to become that woman because half of us don't even know what that verse talks about. We just say that, So let's get into it. We're going to break each scripture down. We're going to give some commentary. Please like, subscribe, share. And if you're interested, hit me up with a feedback, queenfromcreation@gmail.com. I'm coming out of the KJV. Ladies, make sure that if you're listening, you have your hair covered because it is a dishonor to have your hair covered when the word is coming out. And if guys, if you're listening, make sure you have your hair uncovered to make sure you give all honors to the Most High. So let's get it started. So, Proverbs 31 verse 11 says, "The heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil." Now, I'm going to tell you, when a man gives his heart to a woman, and I told y'all, men have feelings, y'all. And when they finally give their love to us, the last thing that they want to do is to have us betray them and hurt them. You know what I'm saying? Men take their feelings serious just like women take their feelings serious. And when a man loves you, don't take that lightly like that's nothing. Respect that and hold that and appreciate that and cherish that because that's not free. That man has decided to make you his woman and his queen. So don't ever take that for granted like he just some run of the mill. No, it's a beautiful thing to a man for a man to want you and to put you first and want you to be his woman. So, and you're supposed to honor and he's supposed to be able to rest in you, that you're not going to take his love and just treat it like it's a snot rag and throw it on the ground. You got to appreciate and respect that love that he gives you humbly and protect it and honor him and reciprocate it back to him. Let him know, I don't take this love that you give me for granted. I appreciate, being here, you raising the kids, because you could be doing anything. You could have any woman that you want, but you chose my funky ass, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta be mindful of that. So the next is 31:12. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. So as long as he is on this earth, you are supposed to mean him well. You're supposed to love him. You're supposed to respect him and honor him. Even when you feel like he don't deserve it. He always deserve it. You know what I'm saying? They going to show out. They going to do their thing. But you have to give them unlimited passes and just humble your spirit to understand it's a process for everybody to get to where they need to be in life. And we as women have to be able to take our feelings out of the situation and be more mature about our men and just giving them a pass until they can get to where they need to be, and because they giving us passes. Trust you get a pass. You don't even know you get a pass, but you get a pass. So we need to come down off our high horse and respect our men and give them that same love. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. We gotta make the playing field simple and even. All right. So she seeketh wool and not in flax, and her worketh willingly with her hands. So the Proverbs 31 woman, she got skills. Throughout this verse, it's going to mention multiple times about she got skills. So she's able to create things. She's able to make clothes. She's able to work with what she got to do what she need to get done. All right. She is like a merchant ship. She bringeth forth her food from afar. So she can cook. She can travel and sell her food. She makes things to sell and to distribute and to make money. All right. She rises also while it is yet night and giveth meat to her household and a portion to her maidens. So she look out for her girls. She makes sure her house is in order. this is that woman. She cares about the people who are around her, and she get up early because she want to make sure that her family can eat before they go off to school. Her husband, before he leave for work, everybody belly gonna be full and everybody gonna be taken care of, because kids don't study good and you don't do good work when you hungry. You got to eat something. So you got to make sure your husband got what he need before he leave the house just with the kids. And sometimes you might have to lose a few hours of sleep, but sometimes you might have to go to bed a little bit early too. And we'll be right back after these messages. Hey, thanks for listening to my podcast. If you ever wanted to have your very own podcast, I can tell you how to set it up right now. Anchor is an awesome app that's free to download. You can use its creation tools to edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast so that you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more other platforms. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenerships. And also, it has everything that you need in one place. All you need to do is go download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. I look forward to hearing your new podcast any day now. Thanks. And now back to the show. Hey everybody, and we are back, and this is the Average Woman Podcast, and thank you so much for tuning in. So also, I just want to give a disclaimer to let you know that the Bible is not for any private interpretation. Basically, the words say what they say. So I'm not trying to read anything into this. When I put up the video, I'll definitely post so you can actually read the verse for yourself. I do advise that you read this yourself. If I have been a liar, I terribly apologize. But as I said, we're going to read this as it says so that we can change our behaviors to fit what we're trying to. If the goal is to become the Proverbs 31 woman, then you need to know what this woman does and how she behaves. Okay, so let's get back into it. So we're on 31 and 16. She considereth a field and buyeth. With the fruit of her hands, she planteth a vineyard. Now, first of all, the girl got money. So basically, the Proverbs 31 woman is not broke. She do know how to make some paper. So she do make money. Okay, so ain't no all this. I want to be a housewife and a kept woman and all this. The Proverbs 31 woman, she got a little piece of job. But she still get up early in the morning and take care of her family and do all that other stuff. I ain't heard nothing about her complaining yet. All right? So we got to be with you. This says, she considereth a field, means she out looking for property and things to invest in. She not out in the streets looking for weave and nails and all kind of foolishness, fights and foolishness. She out looking for something to put some bread in her pocket. See, I like that. You know what I'm saying? We needs to be about that. And stop being so foolish with our money. And she buyeth a field, and with the fruit of her hands, she planteth a vineyard. So she done went out here and brought some land and planted a vineyard. Planting grapes or whatever type of fruit. Grapes usually in a vineyard. So she can make wine. She can do raisins and all kind of great things with wine. I mean, come on, y'all. She got skills. You see what I'm saying? So 31 and 17, she girdeth her loins with strength and strengthen her arms. Meaning, the Proverbs 31 woman know how to handle herself. She ain't no sucker taking losses and getting beat down in these streets. She girdeth her loins, meaning that she is not fast and hot and be ass. That means that when her husband is not around, she does not act different from any type of way. Whether her husband is with her or not, she still carries herself with respect, honor, loyal, and dignity, because she knows that she belongs to him. And she respects him, and she wants the world to know that she respects him. All right? She perceiveth that her merchandise is good, Her candle goeth not out by night. She perceiveth her merchandise is good. So that means she's spending her money wisely. She is not just out here shopping for whatever. She's making wise choices because she's trying to get the most out of her money. And her candle goeth out. Her candle goeth not out by night means that she got her stuff set up where it's good all night long. Her home is maintained, so she don't have to worry about running out of stuff and her baby's not having anything come the next day, or the babies wake up in the middle of the night, they can't see because the lights done went out because mama ain't set the house up right. Yeah, that's your job, ma'am. All right. She layeth her spindle and holds. Let's see. This is 31 and 19. She layeth her hands to spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. So that is all. Distaff does have multiple meanings. I did see that. But in this case, we're talking about sewing, because spindle is what the thread is wrapped on. Okay, so and the distaff is referring to the spindle. So we're not going to take that down to another path. It's just simply talking about she knows how to sew and she has worked with them hands with the sewing. Okay, so we have covered verses 31 through 16 and 31 through 19, and we will be right back after these messages. Hey everybody, and we are back, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Average Woman Podcast. So we are breaking down Proverbs 31 verse 11 through 31, and because we want to know what it's all about, how can I be like the Proverbs 31 woman? That's what I'm trying to be like. Okay, if you're trying to be like the Proverbs 31 woman like I'm trying to be, let's get that. All right, so today we are on verse 20. And Proverbs 31 and 20 says that she stretches out her hand to the poor, yea, she reached forth her hand to the needy. Now, we have to be more of a giving person to people who need us. A lot of us are blessed. We have more than enough, and we see people who don't really have anything, and we don't want to give nobody nothing. And, we got to stop being like that, because if the Most High is able to bless you where you got plenty, you should be willing to share and bless somebody else. I mean, God loves a cheerful giver. So when you're able to bless somebody who needs your help, I ain't saying just give it to somebody who don't need it, but it's really people out there who need you, It's really people out there who need whatever you got that you're trying to offer. So don't let a few bad people spoil your heart that you don't want to do nothing for nobody. Just allow the Most High to send you to someone who really appreciates and needs your help. I'm not trying to get my word to my friends. I'm not expecting my friends to support what I'm saying, because my friends, they good or whatever. But the people who do need this knowledge, this wisdom that I'm offering, that's why I put this work out, because I want y'all to be able to find it, because in case somebody not telling you the truth, I'm not giving you my own words. I'm reading for you verbatim what this says, so that you can take this information and do something with it and uplift yourself. If you know what it says, then you're more inclined to do what you need to do. And we need more women like the Proverbs 31 women to be more in tune with what's going on and be more loving and willing to love the kids. It only take, even if they not your babies, it only take you reaching out a hand of kindness to one child to change their whole life. You could change a child's whole life just by being kind to them. And our kids need that. We used to take food and feed the kids at school, but we so busy caught up in what we got going on, we don't care about our kids no more. And we leave them to just be raised to think whatever they learn in school, that's the truth. All right, so verse 31 and 21 says, she is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. So yes, the Proverbs 31 woman, we got to be in tune with the seasons. When it's time for winter, our kids need gloves, scarves, boots. When it's in the summertime, they need to make sure we got sunscreen, little shorts and sandals and things so they can be cool and comfortable. We have to make sure that we got our kids and our family dressed for these seasons. They have to have new shoes, winter boots, winter clothes. You shouldn't be wearing your tennis shoes, your summertime tennis shoes in the snow. You should have some kind of leather shoe to wear out in the snow, because that's what you wear during a snowstorm and different kinds of things, not tennis shoes. So we as women got to make sure that our kids have what they need. Proverbs 31:22 says she maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Oh, silk and purple, child. We got the best fabrics, and mama always gonna make sure she look good. I mean, come on, you got to make sure you and the kids look good. You know what I'm saying? The finest linens. Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. So your husband making moves in these streets, and he gets respect in these streets. So the behind every strong man is always a strong Proverbs 31 woman, holding her own, not stressing her man out, being more of a silent, deadly type of thing. You think you getting over on my husband, but I see you 10 feet away before you even come, and I'm putting him up on game and staying in his ear. That's how we need to be an asset to watch our men back and to hold our men down and point out evil shit that's going on around them that our husband might not see. That's what we're there for, to have their back and to hold them down. But we always want to be out in inappropriately. All right. Verse 31 and 24 say she maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth the girdles unto the merchants. So she got connections with other businesses, making money. Her word means something. A lot of us want to start businesses, but our words don't mean something. We don't have good customer service. We don't know how to talk to people. We don't know how to handle ourselves in different kinds of situations, and we lose clients. Because it only take one person to badmouth your company, and that's five clients, that's 5 sales that you lost. When you can make things right, and that'll be 10 sales that you gain. You got to do right by people. And we'll be right back after these messages. Hey everybody, and welcome back. And today we are breaking down the Proverbs 31 woman. I'm not adding into it. I'm not trying to decipher anything. The Bible says that it does not need any interpretation. It says what it says. So let's get into it. So Proverbs 31 and 26 says, she opened her mouth with wisdom, and her tongue is the law of kindness. Now, we have a lot of responsibility in our community to promote goodness amongst our people. Ladies can stop the violence if we just talk to our brothers and be more present to not entertain and allow them to entertain foolishness. We don't want our men down. We want them here to love us and protect us. And at the rate that we going, we're not going to have anybody. You know what I'm saying? So we really need to be more present and more willing to wake our brothers up, to encourage them not to be each other's enemy. All right. And verse 31 and 27 says, she looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. So she's not concerned about things that's going on in the streets. You're not worrying about, what the people doing down the road or in the block. You worried about what's going on at your house. You're satisfied and content with the life that the Most High gave you to live with your husband and your children. So, and that's a beautiful thing, to be content and not want for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because you have everything you need, and whatever you don't have, you can create and get. You know what I'm saying? Because the Proverbs 31 woman, she got skills and she know how to do things. All right. So her children, Proverbs 31 and 28, her children arise up, and her husband called her blessed. Her husband also, and he praiseth her. So you already know, if you treat your man like a king and you treat your kids good and show them love, your kids, everybody gonna speak good about you. And of course, if you're not doing that, they gonna talk trash about you too. So you just be ready for either one. You know what I'm saying? Just be ready for either one. But do good by your family, so you won't have to worry about them not liking you in the later days, because you didn't do right by them. Proverbs 31 and 29 Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellent them all. You that work. You that work. You don't set yourself the level, the standards of that society sets for the Proverbs 31 woman. She sets a higher standard for herself and what her family is about. Certain things might be okay for you and how you and your folks get down, but that Proverbs 31 woman, she operates on a level of excellence because she know who she is. She understands the responsibility of carrying the title that she carries, so she always wants to present herself and her family as the royalty that they are. Hello. All right, and let's go to Proverbs 31 and 30. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord shall be praised. Listen, you Proverbs 31 woman, first and foremost, you gonna fear the Lord, because at the end of the day, you know that everything that you are about begins and ends with him. You are nothing without him. So how can you go against him? How can you talk against his word? The Proverb 31 woman believe what the Bible say, the way that it said, without adding any kind of extra hot sauce, taco meat, anything. It says what it says, and it wants us to do what it says it wants us to do, and without questioning, and with a humble spirit and with a willing spirit. I mean, you giving, you doing what it say because you believe that that's God's word and that's what he intends for you to do, and you not trying to add nothing to it. It just is what it is. He said he wants you to be solid. He said he don't want you all out here all kind of ways. Don't look for a reason why not to do it. Turn to do it even faster and better than what he asking you. If he asked you to do it 2 times, do it 3 times. Be the best that you could be, you know. Proverbs 31 and 31 says, give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. I mean, a woman gonna be known by her works. A woman gonna be known by her works. If you've been a scuzzy bucket your whole life, you gonna be known for that. So if you've been known to be a scammer, a robber, a cheater, that's what you're going to be known as. And your kids going to follow. Unfortunately, sometimes your kids get your bad reputation. So your reputation in these streets is all that you have. If you know, you will be known for what you're about. You will be known for what you're about. And if you ask around, people going to speak. Either they're going to speak good about you or speak ill about you. And the Proverbs 31 woman is an honorable woman. She carry herself well. She not no sucker. She not going to take any kind of chances out here in these streets. Her number 1 priority and number 2 priority is her husband and her children and her God. She ain't worrying about what's going on out here. If she can make a friend out here in these streets, that's fine. But if you don't want to mess with her, that's cool, because at the end of the day, she baking turkeys on Tuesdays and oxtails on Friday. She don't care about this foolishness. Now, she will get out here and make some dollars, but a career is not her top priority. Her top priority is getting home to her family and loving and taking care of them. That's where she finds her joy and her strength in doing things that make her happy. She got her own business that she worked with her hands, where she's feeling fulfilled. She don't have some slave master dragging her down, telling her to do this, when she can create and do things magnificently on her own, because she's wise and knows who she is as a woman. You got to step your game up, ladies, in order to be a Proverbs 31 woman. You got to get your feelings under control, and you got to get in this Bible and read and understand what you're supposed to be doing and how you're supposed to be doing it, and feelings ain't got nothing to do with it. You have a responsibility and you have the capability to do it. You just got to maneuver and set yourself up on the chessboard to make those moves. And with that, I say shalom.